Okay, so I just got the F-18 today. I've ridden it once, maybe like 20 kilometers. I've had the Apex for I don't know, probably nearly 2 years now, a year and a half anyway. I have about 6,000 kilometers on it. I have it just set. I have it so it's like perfect for me. The suspension is like, it's nice. I have it set right up. It works really well. Really have no complaints about it. It's just time for a new wheel. So I would want this if I would really want someone who's can tell me about the differences between the unicycle and how they've experienced it, because I've been riding for like 6 years probably and have had quite a few wheels and I have lots of experience. Um, so the Apex has 150 millimeters of suspension, but not quite, because there's a lot of rubber and stuff that compresses in the shock and everything. So I'd say it has probably like 120, 130 before it starts to compress. But it's great. Like I can hit. I'm 230 pounds and I can hit whatever I want. And when it does bottom, it bottoms so nicely that you don't even feel it. So it's great. I think the compression on all the shocks that I've gotten is still a little bit hard. So on little bumps, it still feels harsh sometimes. Other than that, it's really good. So that's where this is a step up. On all the little bumps. It really really smooths them out. If they were both the same travel, this one's 100 millimeters. This one would have the best suspension, but because it only has 100 compared to, 120, 130 or whatever, and this suspension is really good. I'd say they're equal. This one's better for just like bigger, like rolling bumps and sucking everything up. This one's more lively, more poppy. Better at absorbing like the little couple inch bumps. So I'd say they tie in suspension for me. I put the pedals up on this one to their maximum height. So they're the same height as the Apex now, and I put them side by side. But then the Apex goes down farther because it has more suspension travel. So I think ultimately you probably have a little more pedal clearance with the F-18. But then again, the battery boxes are lower, which brings me to another point, that the F-18 feels like it has a lower center of gravity, I would say. Feels a little more, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels more peppy. It feels like you have a little more control maybe. But that could also come to, I think the biggest difference is the software for me. I just took the fairing off of my Apex and put it on this, so my pad placement is exactly the same. And I did the trail here that I always do. And I felt really at home on the F-18 right away, and I probably was just as fast as I am on the Apex. It feels really good in the berms. It feels really natural. I think it's a little more conservative with like the percentage of power you're using when you set it, because I set my Apex to 75% power before the pedals tip back, and I set this to 75% power output till when it beeps. I don't think it tips back to the pedals. I think it just beeps, but the beeps are really loud, so you can hear them perfectly. And I think the beeps at 75% kick in a little sooner on this. I'm not sure though, but I did the, what is that called? Where you can change the magnetic field or whatever it's called, and it goes from 0, you get 90 kilometers free spin at 0 setting, and if you turn it up to 100%, you get like 160 kilometer free spin. So I turned it down to the lowest setting, because when I crash, I don't want the tire to spin up to 160. I want it to spin as slow as possible. So 90's better than 160. So I think that my top speed's probably affected by that. Like I said, I've only ridden it once, so I don't know all the ins and outs, but so So that's what else I noticed. I didn't notice any shortage of power. I really like what they call the limp noodle mode on this. If you put it in beginner mode at like 10% and then full acceleration assist and full lean angle on acceleration assist, you get this like floppiness in the very middle where you like fall forward and it catches you, and then you fall backwards and it catches you, and it feels a little weird at first, but it works really great. But then if you turn it up to expert and high percentage, it's like rock solid. You don't have any you can't make it flex or bend or like, so it seems like you have a lot of adjustment, and that is a lot of adjustment with the software and a lot of adjustment with the suspension. So I set this suspension to, I'm 230 pounds without gear on. I set it to halfway in the preload. So I counted it 17 turns from full turns from minimum to maximum, and I put it to 9 turns in. So right in the middle. And then I put 190 PSI in the shock. And I bottomed a little bit on the jumps. Like if I didn't land them perfectly, I might have bottomed them a little bit. So I could put a little bit more in, but I measured my sag. I'm at 20 millimeters of sag. So that's 20% sag, which is, I think, pretty good. And I'm happy with the bottoming. I don't know if I'd want any less sag, because I have like 35 or 40 sag on the apex. So I do like a lot of sag. So it feels different there, but it feels good. I think with the whole package, with all the adjustment in the software, and then all the adjustment in the suspension, and then just how the software feels, I think that F-18 wins it. But based on just suspension, I think they're really close. I think if I was just hitting, like, if it wasn't really technical, rocky, and roots, and just sort of like big bumps and jumps, I think the Apex might be the best. But then for like maybe more technical stuff where there's a lot of like sharp little bumps and that stuff that makes you tired, I think the F-18 might be better for that. I think overall the F-18, because of all the adjustability, is pretty awesome. And since I could go as fast as I could on the Apex right off the bat, I think that's pretty awesome too. I feel like right now that maybe it burns through battery quicker, but I'm not sure, which might make sense because this is the motor's nominal rating is 3,200 watts on the Apex and 5,000 on the F-18. So I think it has the ability to drink a lot more power, I'm assuming. I'm really pumped about the F-18. The lights are awesome. Because normally when you're on noodle mode and you're going through the forest and you're going up and down a lot of hills, if you tip the light up to see when you're climbing, as soon as you go down something, you can't see anything. But the lights in the front are shining down on the ground, so it's awesome that they've kind of eliminated the fact that the pedals stay flat and the hills in front of you go up and down. So with all those lights, you can see really well at night and still have that wobbly noodle setting. I don't know if I have anything more to say about it yet. Oh, the speakers are really loud. This one's way more, the F-18 is way more featured, like the app and stuff, and it feels, I still can't get the Find My to work. And the bottom corner of the screen, when I did the first update, disappeared. But I'm assuming that's just the update, because it was fine before I did the update, so I don't think it's broken. Maybe they just have to update it again. Don't know. There was a lot of messing around when I first got it, so I spent all afternoon trying to get it to work and just get the feel of it, because I guess I'm not used to Kingsong. And just with all the features, and then you have to ride a certain amount before it unlocks everything. And I think every time you shut it off, you have to restart the app, because I thought I was changing things before, but I wasn't. So I think you got to be patient and just kind of figure it out as you go. But overall, so far, I really like it a lot. I haven't messed with the dihedral, I guess, settings on the pedals yet. I usually like them high, but I thought they were set all the way up, but I'm not sure now. So that's something I might mess with. But yeah, I love the Apex. It's a great wheel, that's for sure. Oh. Yeah, 5,866. And the lights on this are just really awesome. I can feel the heat coming off them just. Like the Apex light was all right, but just the fact that these lights shine everywhere is pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of energy. Like this hot, my hand was hot there. Yeah. Well, the Apex does that a little bit too. Or I'm only on setting 1 with the Apex too. Oh, yeah, you can feel the heat coming off of it. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about it. But I know right now that if you have an Apex and you like it, and a lot of people don't like their Apex because they don't have the suspension working just the way they want it. My suspension does work just the way I want it. I just have that small gripe about finding the exact right shock so that, or the so a lighter compression so that it can compress easier. But other than that, it's really great. And the F-18 suspension is really awesome too, and way more adjustable. And it feels really stiff. I'm really happy with the F-18 so far. I don't know if it's going to take a crash like the Apex. The Apex is pretty awesome, but we'll see. But yeah, so far it's really awesome. I'm not disappointed.